I can't hear.
I don't think he can hear us. You've been talking in the chat about women and men. So, what do you think? Do you think there's something that men can bring to the table other than money that women are enamored and fascinated by, or is it all about the money?
My question is, what
My
are women enamored and fascinated by? Like you've been talking, and because I've been in the chat. But what do you think women? What do you see? What are women enamored by?
Women
Because I
are
did ask you that question earlier.
okay. Hold on one second. Are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got a phone call that came through.
Oh, okay.
People
So
see people see I'm busy on the call. Go ahead.
Lionel asked me, "What are women enamored by in men?" Are you asking me besides money, Lionel?
Yeah. Besides money, what do you think? What
Okay.
do you see?
Women are enamored by a man's emotional
Uh-uh.
intelligence. They're enamored by the care and concern that he shows her. They're enamored by his hard work ethic that he shows if he goes to work every day or if he's looking for work every day. They are enamored by the love that he shows to his family, or to his mother. It gives them a sense of security that if they were the woman in his life, that he would give that to her. Um, they're enamored by the security that he would show, like in his physical attributes, as well as just how he carries himself and how he protects her, how he opens doors. If she walks on the right side, if he opens the door and walks in behind her, like there's so many things, Lionel, that a man can do to chivalry, like being a gentleman, those things.
So, but is all that above the money?
All that is, in my opinion, can be can be negotiable and above money. Yes. Yes.
Nah, it took you too long to work that out.
Yes.
Because you
Yes.
know where it starts.
When I think about dating in my way back then, it wasn't like I wasn't attracted to the money. I'm attracted to the person. A man is a person with or without his money. He looks really nice with money, but without his money, he is a man. A man
Is
still,
that what you hear the women saying on these streets?
huh?
Is that
No,
what
and
you hear the women? What are they saying?
the women are not saying that on these streets, and I feel that that is definitely not the right message. The women on the streets are saying things like a man needs to spend $300 $400 on them on a date. I think that's unrealistic. The women on the streets are saying that a man needs to pay for all the bills. I think that's unrealistic. The women on the streets are saying that they shouldn't come to the table with anything. I think that's unrealistic. I think that to think that they can be in relationships and still go 100% and have independency is delusional. I think that the woman should be more interdependent. I think that she should do things to invest in a relationship so that in time the relationship will grow in wealth and also in love. Like they say that the quickest way to be wealthy is to be in a marriage. So in relationships, if they're giving to each other, then I think that all is well. You don't think so? You think that's a fantasy?
Okay, because you do say a lot. On top of each other. You right.
Just tell me to be quiet, y'all.
No, you're fine. It's your show.
Hey,
But
I told her we both long winded, so
you realize when there's all right. So that one of your last points, the marriage thing. When they tell you, hey, quickest way to wealth is, when you're in a marriage. But you realize the whole reason of that is because the dude is sitting here thinking, I gotta over provide at this point. I gotta
Over provide.
maximize. I gotta maximize my potential. I gotta over provide. I want to
Yeah,
have
I
a
don't think
family.
that's over providing though. You said, is that over
No,
providing or just?
well, see, now I'm trying to use both mentalities because the women they want you to go above and beyond.
Yeah,
You're,
yeah.
you're looking at it as just providing. That's how the men gonna look at it.
Tell Blue Jay she got to cam up because she gonna talk shit about me. Tell her to cam up. Fuck
Cam
her.
up, Blue Jay.
Yeah, cam up, Blue Jay. Who gives a shit?
Over providing. You don't see that as a teamwork. It's two people now. It's a partnership. It
Well,
may
that's
be
why I asked him.
sometimes.
Why do
That's
you
why
say
I asked him.
why do you say partnership though? Because I'm the leader.
Mm,
Yeah, you are the leader. True
mm.
enough.
Uh-oh, Roscoe. Roscoe.
There's
Hey,
always a
you're the
cat.
help me. You're the help me. You're the
Yeah.
replenisher. You're the when you ever play Mario, Super Mario or Mario
Uh huh.
Brothers,
Uh huh.
you're like the mushroom, the flower, the leaf. Like
But that's okay.
you help us defeat the levels. No, I'm just playing. You're the
No,
There's
extra
always
man.
a
be
captain on
ready.
the team, Lionel, and that's
You
okay. But I'm saying that the woman contributes
You,
to the pot, right?
Rob, you said partner. I can't let you go or get away with that. That's not
But she's
partner. That's
not
not a
a partner.
partnership.
Oh, she can't be a partner.
what
She
did she
has
say?
she
She's
can't
no.
be a
She said
partner
partner.
at all.
If you want to help with my business, but at the end of the day, I'm the leader. You're following my lead. This is my
Mm,
ship.
mm.
Oh, I have to see. I'm pulling out
Oh,
my book and my pen because I think I'm learning
you have a
something.
problem with that? You have a problem with that, Roscoe?
No, I don't have a problem with that. I said partner, but
Well,
he.
no, I have a leader, right? In my beliefs, I have a leader. That's
Mhm.
my that's like my God, my belief system, right?
Mhm.
You have a leader, which is me. So we're all following the same. We're all going to the same destination, in my mind, in my
Mhm.
opinion. Here come the party girl. But no, we're all going the same place. It's just different entities in between to get there. And then our kid follows you and your upbringing, your teaching, whatever you taught them. So it's like a trickle down effect and it's a recycling effect. You get what I'm
No,
saying?
I totally agree with that. I just realized that maybe my wording was incorrect because you definitely made me realize that. I do think that the man is the leader and the woman should follow. So partnership should
Nah,
definitely.
See, that's the thing with women, though. It's a triggering effect. No, I'm just doing this for content and argue. But that's the thing with women, though. Y'all hear words like leader, and y'all initially get triggered. Your initial thought was like, I am, oh, and
No,
then, and
it was about partnership. Like I've never saw the negativity in partnership until
well,
Lionel
partnership,
explained it.
partnership is like Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
It's like Larry, or what's the Johnson? That's a partnership. Two people coming together with the same exact, you know, things and bringing it together and partnering together and growing a company. What
Yeah.
what
So the
what? I,
leader will delegate the certain thing responsibilities to the team members on what they can do to invest in the pot, right, Lionel?
yeah, but the woman will be more like the maybe the chief of staff. That's not a CEO. What is the chief CFO? Chief of what is that? Whatever that is, they would be like in charge of who I let around him. Can I give a good example? No, I don't want to use that example. Nope, I don't want to use it. I want to be wise in my words. I don't like to offend people.
That
But
was a good one, Lionel. Every time you come up, see. Oh wow. So what should it be called, Lionel? What is it called then if it's not partnership?
Roz, hold on, Roz, because you just y'all just gave an example, and then you tried to keep talking. But the reality of this is, you've already created the foundation that the women shouldn't be coming into the relationship with a lot of stuff. So we're already not equal.
explain
I
what you said.
understand. I'm saying in this new world, women should not be coming. Men are looking for women to come to the table with jobs, be boss women,
No, that's a lie.
be
That's a lie. That's a lie.
stuff.
No, that's a lie.
I
That's
don't.
a lie. You're lying.
I agree with him. That's a lie.
A
That's a
lot of
lie.
men. A lot of men say
No,
that.
no, women, no, women expect to come with minimal and the men to match. And they come with not only minimal, but extra baggage. They don't even come with, they don't even come with, see, they don't even think, see, women think men don't have standards. We have age requirements. We have, we have standard of beauty. We have weight limits. We have height limits even. We have breast size, booty size. We have all those judgments. Not saying all of us have that, but we come with standards too.
He's right.
And to
Okay.
say and women think that they should can be pigeonholed into all our standards. Oh, I'm a nurse. I've never said look, if me and Lionel went out to drink and at a bar and we sat at the bar and I would never say, hey Lionel, look at her. She look like she got a master's degree. I would never say that. I'm like, hey
Mm.
Lionel, she got a fat. Look at her. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at her. Now, women they might go to the bar and be like, hey, look, I just saw him hop out that. I'm old, so I'm gonna say 7:45. You know what I mean? Hey, look. Oh, I just see him hop out with them on them 22s, girl. We don't say stuff like that. We're not gonna say, oh, look, she just got out of them new Jordans and that new. No, we go look. She look like she about 25. Look at her. She classy.
Hi, social awareness.
What
Hi,
you say,
Ross.
Blue Jay? What's up? What's up, Blue Jay?
I said social awareness. All right, we're working on that.
Hey, Blue Jay. Happy Saturday to you, and welcome to the panel.
Thank you.
You can
Sorry,
add
I
your
didn't know
input if you
if
would
you
like.
guys were talking to me the last time. Am I on a lag? But I couldn't hear anything, so I dropped down. But you guys, I'm glad you can hear me now. Is my mic sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
you're a
don't you
little
come?
low,
You got
but
to
I'm gonna
come
get.
up though.
It's
You got to
low.
come up because you're talking fast.
No, I
Talking fast.
can't.
You're okay.
I'm
I'll turn it up.
I'm just doing some stuff around my house. But I figured since Lionel, I usually do come up on your show on Ross, but
You're good. Go ahead. So, what do you think about this, Blue Jay? Do what can a man bring to the table other than money?
Mm, great
oh, a lot
question.
of things. Yeah, I think
That is a freaking great question.
just like protection, like not even protection is necessarily like fighting off intruders, but just protecting your like your spirit and your heart and your like your children, and
But
also giving you another
wait, so Blue Jay,
perspective.
Blue Jay, Blue Jay. It's a
Loud.
man's job to protect your children or his children.
Well, their children,
Oh,
but you can define their children however they want to define their children.
if he comes to the table with children, is it his job to protect those children from day one? Like
Yes,
they
if he commits to doing so,
from
yes.
day one. Oh,
I don't know what you mean by day one. Date one, or
day one. Yeah, day one. Not day one. Day one. Okay.
Okay,
I don't know
and
what you're
what
talking
else?
about. Art.
Protect the children, and what else, Blue Jay?
My bad. Go ahead.
Um, just like be a kind of like a rock, I guess would be a good way to explain it. I think that's more important than money. I mean, depending on you can't be homeless, obviously you can't. That's no longer feeling protected, but you don't have to be rich to have that.
So you think that the more intrinsic things, being supportive and being protective and all those things are more important than money, or the money that he brings?
I did, but I also think they often come along in pairs because people with a lot of integrity and character and that keep their word and are diligent people typically
Hmm.
do end up being successful in business as well, and which comes along with money. So I think a lot of people disconnect those two and they just completely separate them when they're actually quite closely related, in my opinion.
Hmm. And Blue Jay, the independent woman. Are you an independent woman?
uh, I mean, not really. I don't think. I
Mm,
Okay.
mean, I
mm,
am, but
mm.
like I rely a lot, even not even if it's necessarily money, but like I rely on my parents a lot just for social like support, like emotional support. So I don't, I don't feel like I'm without like in need of other humans. So like catch me sometimes.
So, considering that you're not, you would say that you're not an independent woman. Um, have you seen the independent woman, or know of the quote unquote independent woman? And would you say that that woman is asking to be saved?
Well, I guess it depends on if that's her goal and is to be independent or not. So if it's like the boss babe kind of woman, I don't think she wants to be saved. I think she knows what she wants. I
Mm-hmm.
think the other independent kind of women that maybe um, are not going to take something that's detrimental to them just to have a man in their life, but so they're not desperately searching, but they're also not closed to it. I think those independent women are. I mean, what was the phrasing you said? Reaching out for what? Saving or something?
To be saved.
Yeah, I don't know. I think more like found, I would say.
So when I say
Mm,
when
mm,
I say be saved, I'm saying be saved by a man.
No, I would say be found by a man. I think it's like
mm.
different.
That's a good one. Thank you for that. I say
You're
that
welcome.
because there was a woman on IG, and she said that she's tired of working. She's tired of having to the take her trash out. She wants to now learn. She wants to be in line. She wants to listen. She wants to help a man and support him in his dreams because she needs a life manager, and a life manager would be her husband. So
Just
do you think that most women are seeking a man so that they can be saved?
so in that regard, I would say it's just going in with a completely wrong mentality because if she's sick of working mowing the lawn, maybe that he's sick of working and mowing the lawn too. So you got to go into it with like we're both going to be giving something like what makes sense for me to give, you to give, what ends up best. Like it can't be okay, fine, I'll do your laundry so I don't go out in the sun and sweat and do the lawn or get up at 5 a.m. I could get up at 10. Like, that's more selfish in my opinion. So I think that's more being saved, more like trying to find someone that like a sucker.
Okay. And my last question is oh God, I forgot it. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We can go to someone else too because I need to get some water. I'm like I've been, I was like love talking to you, though, Russ. Thank you for
Well,
letting me
let
know.
me respond to some of the things that you
Okay.
said. The last thing you said, so I personally think that that question I asked you, do you think that most women are trying to be saved? I think that most women should want to be saved, and I think that this saving is the man, and I think that that woman in that
Mm.
video was on the right track.
Okay. Well,
In my opinion. Oh,
Who,
yeah,
who
and
was
I
the
didn't see
video?
it,
What
so
was the
maybe I'm
video? I missed it.
interpreting it wrong. But it just
I,
when I
I
hear
missed the
women say,
video.
"Hold on, Art," she was talking to me.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But I guess maybe I'm interpreting the word saved as like a desperate, like negative, and obviously I know you're not, or you wouldn't agree. So maybe we're just not on the same baseline with that.
well, I mean, like, because I would think, I mean, and I gave a reference of me as a single woman, like, and then transitioning and not wanting to work hard. I mean, not necessarily wanting to work hard anymore, but not wanting to go into work every single day, not wanting to pay all the bills and have the stress of every single thing that I had to do adulting. And I felt like having a better half would help and would basically save me and give me some life. So, and I think that is with a man.
Okay, but the difference is, um, like you were not just like homeless and just like coming on in and just looking for a place. Like you have your own life, and then so yes, sharing finances maximizes the benefits, but also for that man, he's also sharing, so they maximizing his too. So it's a win-win. So I think that's the difference.
And I also think, Blue Jay, that women should have to come to the table with as much as the man. I think that women should come to the table with other things other than money.
That's not looking at you right now. I can't do it.
But what if other
Bullshit.
things? Hold on. What are
I'm
other
like, I
things?
think she's trolling. Then I'm like, okay, now I know. You're funny,
Those
but
other things
I
like
mean, okay, yeah,
being
okay. Actually, what we're doing, we're gonna appease art. Okay.
those other things, as Lytle asked me, I would say being able to be a homemaker, being able to take care of kids, being smart and intelligent, being able to support the man emotionally through all his mental strife when he goes out in the world to come back and bring the money and bacon home to take care of the house. I think that that woman should be able to what
She
else
should
is
be
it?
cooking in high heels in an
Cooking,
apron, and that's
Yeah,
it.
there you go. There you
Every
go.
night.
There you go.
cooking,
There you
being
go.
not
She
that
better.
homemaker,
She
washing, all those
better
Hey,
things,
hey,
have
Ron,
be
Ron,
looking
Ron,
good every day, right?
Ron, Ron.
See, Ross, you were
You
doing
left.
great without me, but I thought I would just annihilate. I'll just come out and be over.
No, Raj, you left off some important things.
Go
You
ahead.
have to look you have to look good as
She
far as
has to,
like
yeah,
taking
keep
care
her
of
body
herself.
up.
Yeah, there you go. Come on.
Yeah,
As
keeping her
long as she
body
can.
up.
As long as she
She has to
can.
keep her body up, be his spiritual partner, be everything and entice him. And I
Smile,
think that,
don't
those
talk,
are
Smile.
things.
There you go.
no
There you go.
speaking.
Smile, be agreeable. I think those are things that the woman needs to be to get this reward in this man that makes life so much easier.
Do you see that from the women
Now that
today?
you put it that way, Ross, yeah, the man is the prize.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
Art
Roz,
said,
are you seeing that from the women today though?
am I seeing that from the women today?
Why is it so easy?
Not necessarily, but I think that's because the women are more independent, of course. And I don't think that marriage and relationships is more of a conversation today, I think that is so much more things that people are doing now. They have so many different types of styles of relationships. They have swingers, they have people who say that they are what is it, pansexuals and all this stuff. So
Polygamous.
yeah, all that. So I don't think that people are have a foundation or cultural or religious base for relationships and things that lead up to marriage now, or even to be like quote unquote womanly or manly.
Well, something just popped up in my head when you said
And
that,
what
right?
was that, Art?
You see what Cardi B is going through right now, right?
Yes.
But
Which
She's getting a divorce from Offset and he wants her to pay alimony, requesting alimony.
but she's
well, does she got a
also
new baby? Is she pregnant or something?
she's also dating a guy that's openly doing his thing, and that was the reason why she left
What?
Offset.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The- So,
I was crying about that.
so do you think, not to change the subject, or maybe let's
No,
change
you're
it, get it
fine. Go
swiftly.
ahead.
Do you think she was better off staying with the father of her children, her husband, and correcting their mistakes, or moving on with a guy that openly disrespects her and doesn't want to be with her? Because 9 times out of 10, women,
That's hard.
people, now I'm not going to just say women, we
I
all
think
think
I
the
don't know.
grass, but I think especially women. Women
No,
are
I think it
quick
hurts
to
more from him.
Blue Jay, Blue Jay. I'm
Offset.
talking.
Listen,
Blue Jay.
I know, but
Nope.
you talk
Remember, you just
Let him
alongside
told me.
him.
let him finish Jay, and
And
then
now I'm
you can
fucking with Blue
respond.
Jay. I'm
But
fucking with Blue Jay.
he has too many questions in a row, so he can't answer the question because he
So
moves to
does
another
Rose
part.
girl. This is, and so do you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Blue Jay. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
you just said, do you think he would have been better off with Offset or with the new guy? And then you started like on a new set
All right,
of
can you slow
questions.
down? You talking fast.
Okay, you said, do you think she should have stayed with her
I
baby,
think
with her kid's father
Hey,
and make it
Roswell, what's the
work?
name
I
of your
think
channel?
she
I'm trying to get it on my TV. What's the name of your channel?
The reasoning with Ross.
The Reasoning,
Uh huh.
all one word, or
R REASONING space with Ross.
Roz? Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think with Offset, it was a lot more hurtful because she expected them to just be a family like that. So I think going into a new guy, one, she's probably not ready to be like super vulnerable anyway. So that might be like finding her level right now. And also she has kids and it's a messy divorce, so she knows like nobody's serious should want to even get in that, or that they might be emotionally unhealthy because why would you? So I think that she couldn't stay with him even though she knew it was probably going to suck anyways. But maybe later after
I don't get
the
I don't
waters
get your
calm
logic. I don't
down,
get your
she
logic. I
can
don't get your
find love
logic.
again. I'm saying
I don't
she knows that she, huh?
I don't get your logic.
So I think what she's saying is that she thinks that she should have stayed with her husband to try to work it out, but she doesn't
No,
think that the guy she doesn't think that she should have stayed with her husband, and she
I
doesn't think that
think
the guy that
she
she's
was
with
too
is
hurt.
serious.
Yeah, I think there was too much resentment and hurt. So it was almost better for her to just have to like know that
But where did the hurt come from?
from him.
Because he was cheating on her throughout the
But then
marriage.
but then but then get with a guy that openly disrespects
Can't be
you.
mute. Sorry, Lionel. Did he get?
But the
What
guy
happened?
that openly disrespects her, I don't necessarily think that he's her. By Lionel, I don't think that he's her. Like he's just a jump. He's a rebound. He's just a jump off.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
do women ever recover from their first love? I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Well,
do.
he's not necessarily her first love. He's just her husband and the man she had children with.
Right.
Doesn't mean he's her first love.
And they recover anyways. Women recover better than men, a long term. But I'm saying, like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
do
if
think that
even if a guy
women.
wanted to be serious with her right now, how could she respect him? Because what self-respecting man is jumping into that?
I
She knows
definitely think
that.
that she shouldn't have tried to make it work with Offset. I think that she should take her time to try to figure out what it is that she needs and wants. And
Yeah.
I hope that she doesn't have to pay Offset alimony. Um
Hey, you said
Well, sometimes
reasoning
it's
with
just better to
Ross,
be.
RAS? Reasoning
yes.
with
Oh my gosh. Sometimes it's
okay.
better to be alone than to be hurt all the time. And
Mhm.
maybe she just figures that that's not optimal, but that's still better.
Mhm. What were you going to say, Art?
No, I was trying to find your page, but don't worry about it. Nah, I like this
You're on
conversation,
it
but
right now though, right?
yeah, on my phone, but I wanted to watch it on my screen right here.
I think
But
it's
don't worry
all
about it.
one word. It might be
It's
all one
the
word.
reasoning with Ross.
All one word.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think
It don't
so.
matter. But no, but what I was
In the
saying was
search, I mean.
what what I was saying was I just think she had a better chance of getting with her husband and making her family work
Oh,
than
hey,
being
Art,
out
sorry.
on
Go to your history on your new device. Go to your YouTube history and it'll just be there.
okay, got you. Thank you. But no, no, I just think she's better off making it work with her husband or baby daddy than whatever she's gonna experience for the rest of her life. Like I just don't see it happening.
So you don't think that she should try to but is that because you don't think you believe in the legacy and you don't think that she would be chosen
I
by
mean, it would
someone
be
else
hard to
with
follow that
kids?
up. It would be hard for her to follow that up.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Does he even seem remorseful at all, though? He keeps doing it.
say it again.
Does he seem remorseful? Does he seem like he cares about
He
her
doesn't have
feelings?
to. Women, he does. He's a
Why
man. He
would she
doesn't have to.
want to live her life like that?
Hold on, Blue Jay. Go ahead. What did you say? He doesn't have to be remorseful?
He doesn't. He doesn't have to live how she lives. He can just go ahead and create some last names. She's gonna forever show
No,
up
that's not what
with.
I said. I said, why would,
Let's say his
if she
last name
stays
Williams.
with him,
Every kid in his last name is going to be Offset. It's going to be
no,
baby Offset,
we're
baby
talking about if
Offset.
they stay married, that you said that is preferable.
No, if she
But
has kids by other people,
no,
what I'm saying
you
it.
said you think they should stay together.
Wait, say it again.
You
You
just
talk.
said
So
you think
basically,
she stay with Offset. That's what you said.
yeah, that's what he
Yes. Yeah.
said.
She should have
But
worked
so
that
I'm
out.
not talking about him having other kids. I'm talking about if she does that, does he seem like he's been remorseful so far in their marriage, or do you think he'll just keep doing
He
it?
You
said
don't know.
no,
You don't.
he hasn't been remorseful. He's saying why she shouldn't why she needed to stay with him, though.
Right. And then I said, why would she want to live her life like that to sign up for a life of disappointment over and over? That was my question.
Because that's the life she's about to sign up for right now. A life of disappointment over and over. Instead of
How do you know
signing up,
that?
I, watch it happen.
At least it's
Just
not a
watch.
guarantee.
It's a
Better than some
guarantee.
hope.
I guarantee you.
Oh my
I
gosh. Now
guarantee.
we're being silly.
I guarantee it. I'll put 100,000. Hey, look, I'll put my life savings on it to $1.
So Blue Jay, he's saying it's a guarantee just because she's a woman who's going to have 3 babies, and if she goes to be with another man,
3 babies and she's
So
40.
what? So
She's
what?
gonna
My
have
mom
to
got married
somebody.
at 50, and she
She's
had
gonna
3 kids, and
she's
they've been
gonna
married
end
15
up.
years, and they're like successful and happy, and they go traveling around and then like national parks and shit. They're way happy. What are you talking about? That my
I
stepmom
get
had
it.
5 kids. She's
A woman's
been married to my
happiness.
dad 25 years. They were mostly
Mm.
grown up. You don't know everybody's future. I'm so like gloom and doom. Like, excuse you, that's not your place to tell everybody that
I know.
decides
Why
they
can't
don't
this
want
be
to
my
sign up for
opinion?
a
Of Blue
life of
Jay. Blue Jay.
punishment that
Why do
So
you
they're
make
Blue
gonna
my
Jay,
have to
what
opinion?
he's
suffer.
saying. So Blue
What?
Jay,
Rude.
Blue Jay
but let
makes
him.
my opinion like it's not biblical. I'm just giving my opinion, Blue Jay. I
Yeah,
don't
I didn't
that's
care
say
about
anything
these.
about the Bible. You said guarantee.
No,
That's a
you make
strong
it.
word.
Yeah,
Guarantee.
that's me giving my opinion. Come on, man. This is YouTube.
So what?
yeah.
Jesus
At
So
least
Christ.
I would like
don't
to
be
hear
disingenuous on
why.
purpose.
I would like to hear why he guarantees that she's signing up for a life now of unhappiness
Okay,
without
was
her
she
husband.
35? Was she 32, 33, 34?
Oh no, she's definitely older than that, I believe, right? She's definitely like
32,
40,
33.
right?
She can't be 40.
No,
She's
she's
not
pretty
listening.
younger. I think she's
I'll
in mid
say
30s,
this. Look,
maybe.
Let me see.
But even if
just
she was 70, who gives a shit? If she wants to have a chance to be happy,
but
let
she's
her. It's
past
not your
her
place.
prime and she has a baby by a
Oh,
rapper.
see, this
Like,
is the dumb shit. Art, if I didn't know better, I
see,
swear you're not married. If you didn't, I mean, I would take your word for it. But some of the stuff you say
but
is
Oh,
why?
so
she's
Wait,
immature.
wait, wait,
32.
wait. What?
You sound like a
She's
child.
32.
You don't think women have a prime? You don't think people have primes? You don't believe in prime?
I believe people
Prime
have.
is just your
No, I
best
don't.
time
No,
to
because
get your
some people.
to
Shut
reach
up.
your
Like,
greatness.
listen, please. God damn.
Damn,
It's
she
a
was
prime
disrespectful.
for a man that's 50 whose kids are all graduated and in college. His prime is not childbearing because he doesn't want any more damn kids. He wants like a 40-year-old and he's like
That's a lie.
55.
Like, hold on. See,
Bullshit.
women reach their prime
See, this sounds
earlier
like not
than
you.
men
Your
do.
absolutes are
Blue
so.
Jay, you have to let him respond.
Okay, I'm going to just mute it up for a minute because I just see too
Yeah,
much.
this girl doesn't like me, and it's just like we got to argue every time. Like,
Go
dude,
ahead, Art. You can respond.
I just believe that women have an earlier prime and men have a later prime. So that would conclude the conclusion to that will be women date older men and men date younger women. Not in a creepy way, but that's just how it's set up. Men reach their prime later and later. Women,
Statistically, that's not true. People marry people within like 3 years, give or take, of their age range, like vast majority.
Go
so
ahead, Art.
you interrupt me to say that. I saw you interrupting me. Anyway, um,
Better
my
than let you
opinion,
keep saying something wrong.
which has no dominion over anything you think, is just my opinion. So, in my opinion, men reach their peak later than women, and that's something I would teach my son, or God helps me to have another daughter. Not a daughter, not one daughter, a daughter. I would try for a daughter if I could. Anyway, so I would teach her that in her 20s, early 30s, instead of chasing um fucking degrees and all this stupid stuff that don't make sense, ask yourself, how can I get the instead of how can I get the best degree? How can I meet the greatest man that can take care of me and my kids
So
forever?
you're like making the presumption that women prefer older men.
No, I'm not making no presumptions. I'm
So
telling you what I
Well,
think
if
women
a
should.
man's in his
Hold on.
prime
I'm giving
older than a
advice.
woman
I'm giving
in their
advice.
prime,
I'm giving advice to
Art,
women.
you're not. I'm just asking you a clarifying question. Chill.
So, Art, I have a question for you. You brought up, you said earlier about mental health that men should. You wasn't disrespecting mental health, and you didn't discredit mental health, but you did say that men should be able to get through the tough times and the stressful times that cause them to have mental health crisis.
Hmm.
In regards to alimony, and you said that because men are men and they should be men. In regards to alimony and men asking for alimony from women, do you think that is somewhat of a weakness in a man to want the woman to give him alimony so that he can continue to live his life at a particular lifestyle?
Great question. I think the strength of it, man, is to go by the law of the land. And if the law says you're owed money and you can't physically put hands on her, because that's the law of human nature. You can just so if we can go by the whatever if whatever you want to do is by the law of the land, I say use the tactic. Use whatever the law of the land says. So if the law doesn't land, now what
I
I
think I
do it.
know why Lionel forfeited. I get it. You know,
Go
he had no
ahead.
chance. He knew it.
What'd you say?
Then I said I know why Lionel forfeited.
Why?
As he saw the years had no chance.
No chance of what?
Never mind.
I don't know. Go ahead, Art. The law of the
Men
land.
versus women debate or
There is no debate. There's no debate. I'm not debating you.
okay, all
What are you talking
right.
about?
That's the great part. You don't
I'm
even think
giving
there
my
is.
point of view. You giving your point of view. What is there to debate?
I just call you out on the absolute statements, like the I guarantees and stuff like that. It's
I don't have no absolute say. It's my opinion against yours, and I am
when you
not
say I
trying.
guarantee, that's like more than an opinion.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. If you go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, Art. So you were saying that you think that a man should go by the law of the land, and if the law of the land
If
is
the
the
law of the land says that's what justice is, get your justice.
mm,
If the law of the land says this is what you did, now I would critique this man one on one. Like, how
mm,
dare you get like on the low? Yes, because I had a homie who did that.
and
Married
what?
somebody, huh?
No, go ahead. Your thoughts.
And he asked my advice on should he go after the little money he was owed because California law, I think it's 8 months, and you get up
Mm,
to a cup, whatever it is,
mm.
if it's worth it. And he was married to a nurse that made 260 a year, so he got 8 months worth of 260. It was like a weird thing, but I was like, he asked me, what do I think about him doing it?
And what did you
And I,
think?
well, I thought, damn, man, I see,
Okay,
I
so
thought it was
look at it like
okay.
this.
Hold
Oh,
on,
go ahead.
because I should have spoke up on the relationship when I saw it. I don't. I thought he was a sucker in the relationship. How he was walking around, he looked like a puppy dog. So I should have told him then, like, nigga, you look like the female. So when he gave me the advice, when he came to me, as if it was woman to woman, but I'm a man, and he's like, what should I do? I told him just like this, like you act like you coming to me, woman to woman. You was looking like a sucker that whole relationship, and everybody saw it. So if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it because you let her convince you into taking this male, stay-at-home male role, helping to take care of her stepkids, and
Hold on,
you in
wait. He was a
go ahead.
stay-at-home dad to the stepkids.
Yeah,
That just
older
seems
stepkids.
weird. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I
I
just
don't
want
know. But what does that change if there was a stay-at-home mom to the stepkids? What does it do?
Well, I guess it depends if she has her own kids. Does he have his own kids?
He did.
Okay, then that's different. I think
No, but they live in a whole nother
the reason is
place.
because if someone's a parent, you learn how to parent as your
No,
child
I'm
grows
asking
up.
you the question.
Hold
Answer this
on, my
question.
gosh, what?
You don't answer no questions. You just
I didn't hear you.
look.
I thought you
So
were
is
talking.
there a difference between a stay-at-home mom and like would you look at the two entities differently?
I just answered that.
No, you didn't. I'm sorry, I
Yes,
didn't
I
hear you.
did.
What did you
I
say?
said depends if she has her own kids, and I said did he have his own kids? You said yes, and I said okay, then that's different. If
But
you
they
just
don't live. They don't live nowhere near here. So or him.
so
So
she so he's not a stay-at-home dad to the kids.
with her kids,
Oh, okay. So
he
his
has
kids
kids
So
live
the
outside
far
of.
woman.
away. Okay, okay, I got you.
So what about
So,
this?
but he knows how to be a father.
The woman has 3 children. They're married. Now they're splitting up. She's going to have to raise these kids by herself majority of the time. even if they have like, split custody where he sees him every holiday or every weekend, and then he in turn also wants alimony. Is he making that harder for that ex-wife of his? Like,
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Well, I think I thought
we
you
we
go
need to
ahead.
get rid of the whole system. Yeah, if that's the case, if that's the case, we got to go to the whole abortion talk.
Well, we have to clarify the difference between asking for
We got to
and
go to the beginning of the problem.
being granted, because the attorneys will always tell you to go, aim for the moon, and then that way you have a negotiating point. Doesn't mean he's going to get all this stuff.
Okay, Roswell, can I ask you a question?
go ahead.
Should the man be able to abort the baby by saying he wants to abort his wallet, his choice? You know how the women say, "My baby, my choice."
Of
So
course.
can he
Oh yeah.
say? Can he just sign like before 9 months, from 1 month to 9 months, he knows about this
Force her
baby?
to have an abortion, you mean?
No, no, no. She can have it. I just don't want nothing to do with it.
Oh,
I'm
So
signing
financial
up,
basically, like,
abortion, they call that.
huh?
A
I'm
like
aborting
giving
financial
up his
abortion.
paternal rights.
the paternal right. Yeah, and it's just like an abortion. All I gotta do is go down there and I say, look,
But
I don't
it's
want,
not, because the
even if it's
child is
not my
still
kid.
roaming the earth fatherless. So
Okay,
it's not like an abortion. It's a financial abortion. It's a
so
cop out.
what's well, hold on, but you kill it though. So killing and cop. I'm not gonna use that word. Getting rid of it and a cop out. What you think that baby would rather
It's a
have been?
mistake, okay? In my
Well,
opinion,
hold on. What would that
I
baby?
do believe a woman should have a right to choose. However,
And should a man have a right to choose?
it negatively affects the woman. But the difference is there's not
Oh,
innocent
no, it's
child
a yes or no
suffering.
question.
There's not
But
Should
an
a
innocent child roaming the earth suffering.
Blue Jay, the question he asked you: should a man have the right to choose?
So
What
he
do you
asked
think
me
about
if
that?
it's a cop out.
He just asked you: should a man have a right to choose? What do you think about that? Should a man have a right to choose if the woman should have the
Well,
child or not?
I don't
Huh?
know. I thought my yelling was like super proof that I
So you said
disagree with
no.
him.
She
No,
says
I think
no.
that's just a way to skirt the financial piece and just. But then
wait. So what do you do? So
half of
what?
your DNA
So
is
wait,
roaming
hold on.
the earth, wondering where their father is.
Roswell, can you ask her this? What is she doing when you get rid of it? Because she doesn't listen to me. What do you do when you get rid of it?
You're committing like an end of a life. I don't agree with that. I just said that. I don't agree with that. But if
So
you don't
why?
have any power to basically like stop any type of suffering
So
or
so
any type
so
of
so so
existence,
would you want to
then you
end
don't
that?
have.
Hold on. So you don't agree that women should be able to get rid of the child, right?
I agree in everybody's personal autonomy to their body. So in that regard, yes, as a
But what about
constitutional
my
right.
body though? What if I don't want to
Morally,
go to work?
no.
What if I don't want to go to work and give $600 to this kid? I work for this money. I gotta work overtime. I
Then be
work for my.
homeless. They can't like squeeze blood out of a turnip. They can't take money you don't have.
All right, Roscoe, she don't get what I'm saying. You want to pivot and change something else, or do
So
you want to answer that
basically,
question?
Blue Jay, he's saying if he signs away his paternal rights and financial responsibility to that child prior to the child being born, that is just the equivalency of a woman getting an abortion. You're
Yeah, if
saying
all he's
that
caring about is
he
those three
should
hundred
not
dollars a
have
month,
that
then
right
let
at
him
all.
have it. He can have that. But the fact that he's
But
disregarding
what
an
do you
entire
care
human
about?
being that's half of
Hold on.
his spirit and
See,
DNA is
Roscoe, I hate
disgusting.
to take over your show, but I want to ask her this: what do you care about when you get rid of it? You said if all I care about is $300 a month, what is it you
Excuse me.
caring
First of all,
about?
I don't appreciate your discussing vulgar language. Get rid of it. And second of all, I just told you three
Get
times
rid of
I
it.
don't agree with it. But this is what you do. You talk over me every time I say it. I don't morally agree with it. I said that like five times now. But I believe in the constitutional right to people to decide what's best for their own body.
That's not a constitutional right. But go ahead, Roscoe. We can move on. I'm sorry.
Prove it.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, about that, a man asking for alimony, knowing that the woman has children. I think that is, look, I think that is, I
But put the
see.
shoe on the other foot.
What do
Should
you mean?
women?
Yeah,
Okay,
women
I
should
get what
get
you're
it.
saying. I get what you're saying. I do agree with that though. I do honestly. If you really want to talk about how alimony should work, but it's nothing's fair. Like what you're saying is true. If a woman, like let's say you get with a man and when you meet him, he ain't got shit. And then you watch him grow a company, and you help him build the company, and you married for him with 10 years, like a Jeff Bezos
Mhm.
and his wife. She deserved those
Mhm.
billions. They
Yeah.
made it out of, I think, her Karen's garage or whatever they did.
Yeah.
So I think she deserves that, like a real connection like that. But like, and a man the same way. Yeah, if a man is with you, but I think alimony is very precise. Like, he got to be with you while you are making this money until the time y'all divorced, right? He
Mhm.
don't get he don't get all your money. If he was
True.
with you when you started making the money until the day you leave him, I think he deserves maybe not 50. I don't know. You
He
got a
is
point
very
there.
wealthy, and I would just believe that even just in normal relationships, I just don't think that men should be granted alimony.
But shit, women though.
Yes, because if he's the leader and he's known to be
I
the
like
provider
that. I
and the
like that.
No,
I like
caregiver,
Roz,
that. I
no,
like
then
that.
because
yes,
listen,
when
this
he
is dangerous.
decides, when the divorce happens, he should be able to go on and figure
I
out,
like
like
that.
as you said,
I like
when
that.
No,
yeah, like no, I
that's
don't
not
Yeah,
going
think.
to work though, because all if you allow them to
I like that.
discriminate on, can I speak? Fuck, we heard you say I like that. Already. Fine. So, anyways,
No, I'm just
if
thinking.
if
I'm about to cuss this
think
girl
in
out.
your head, Art.
You guys, go ahead, Blue Jay. What do you have to
Art
say?
infuriates me. But anyway, so if we allow them to discriminate based on gender because it benefits us, that opens up the door for them to discriminate on gender to us,
Mm,
and they'll probably win that battle.
yeah,
Look at it. Look at Blue Jay using her brain.
I just believe in traditional gender roles. So, for me, I'm kind of. I think that,
Yeah, so do they that we can't vote, work, own a bank account, take a kid from, file
yeah, I
domestic abuse charge. They believe in all those traditional roles too.
definitely don't believe in domestic abuse and all that, but I would
But
prefer
what
worldwide. I
I'm
didn't have to
saying
go to
is,
work every day,
if we
and
want to go all the way
I think.
traditional
I
and
think. I think
vote
women shouldn't. I
based
think
on
women should
gender,
vote. Women
we stand
shouldn't
to
vote.
lose the most.
Women shouldn't vote. That's
let
one.
me get you up out of here. Women
Me?
should. Oh yeah, let's get you up out of here.
Shit. Moment of silence. Oh wait, never.
Damn, you CT'd me. I said what? Okay, you don't like that, Ross girl?
No, go ahead. You think women shouldn't vote? What else do you think?
Because I was about
Roz
to
is
go
way too nice. She
tell
only
about it.
CC'd you for
Hey, you
30
hurt my
seconds.
feelings. I ain't gonna lie. I was
That
hurt.
was
I said,
like
me?
10 seconds she put you there. She's too nice. She
She
couldn't do
is
it.
too much. Uh, and I
Go ahead.
appreciate you letting me on your panel talk all my shit I'm talking, but
Oh, no problem. I appreciate you here tonight.
no, but you gotta let me talk my talk. Come on now.
Go
I
ahead.
don't think I don't think women should vote. I
Okay,
think
I'm actually going to mute and walk away from my phone. So, I'll, just in case you guys say something, but I won't be interrupting you.
trust me, we won't say nothing to you. Anyway,
You will.
I'm just playing Blue Jay. Hey, look, Roz girl, what you
Hmm.
pulling up? Um, yeah, I don't think women should vote. I think their vote should be the man that they choose. And um, I think only married. I don't want to go that deep on your show tonight.
Go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
no, I don't. I don't think. I don't think women should vote. Do I mean that? No, because I don't think all men should vote. I think voting should come with like a history lesson, some type of testing, some type of knowledge. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about voting because you just messed me up. You put me in the background. I said, let me.
So
How
I
do you
was
feel
saying,
about that? Go ahead.
um, I, I was saying how I believe in traditional gender roles, and you said that you think that women should vote, and I guess you were going to say other things that women shouldn't do, as far as possibly like women shouldn't work and all of
No,
those
I
things.
didn't say no. Women can own their own business. I said that, but women have
Okay.
no business. Women are dangerous in the work field. Like that's why I don't watch ESPN no more
So
because
you
all
think that
these
women could run a whole business, but they shouldn't vote on how the
a
way the
different
world
type
should
of
be
business, a
ran?
different type. I think women can run meaning um understanding daily operational things that go on, but I don't think they should be in business meetings.
Mm.
Um, I don't think they should be because they're emotional, and then they're also pillow talkers. They're the original um, covert enemies. I think being covert operations is a female trait. Any man that go undercover, that's like female type shit. But anyway, um, yeah, no, I don't think women should vote. What was I going? Where was I going?
You were just talking about the gender roles.
Oh, gender roles. There we go. Okay. Um,
And you asked me what did I think about it, and I said that I think that if women can run a business, then women should be able to vote in the
there you
ways of
go.
how
There
the
you go.
world should be
There you go.
ran.
Yeah, but women get involved and they throw curveballs and they have something called HR. You can't say certain things on a workroom floor. If it was all men on a working floor, you could say whatever you want. Like just women. That's why I told CT the other day I don't like going to Super Bowl parties where because women are going to be there and we're not going to be able to talk about football and cheer on the team and just talk football. Everybody else is going to be a fight breaking out over here. Or nobody's going to be focused on the game.
Let's say it's just
I
in
love
fantasy
football. It's
football
my
leagues.
favorite sport.
Go ahead.
I said I love football. It's my favorite
I know
sport.
too. All women love football. That's what I love about women. They love football. But when the 49ers are in the Super Bowl, I don't want you at my party.
Well, why don't you just do those fantasy leagues? That's what my ex-husband used to do. And he would be like constantly like having, their roster recruit meetings, and then they'd go out for like drinks and shit. And then they're always talking about so the Super Bowl. Women can come to that. I mean, that's just one time.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I was giving a small example. Like
Well, women
women,
gotta be able to go to some parties.
women
Who's
don't.
gonna cook
Women
all the
shouldn't
food?
be. Yeah, that's exactly what you guys should be. While we're meeting,
Well, you can't have us cook the Super Bowl food and then not invite us to the party.
yeah, I get it. But while the game is on, you guys got to be somewhere else. Like boom, halftime,
Whatever.
halftime, y'all come in here and it's LTV for halftime. And then after halftime is over, we're back.
No. Some women
Leave
really
us.
love football. My mom loves football. And Ross, it sounds like she does too. I like it but I don't, follow it closely on my own. But I can
Yeah,
understand. Women can watch a football game. What do you mean?
I turned my wife into a huge 49er fan. We go to games every year. Like football is the one sport I still hang on to, and baseball, the Dodgers a little bit. But anyway, Raj girl, come on. What happened to your light? Yeah, there you go. See, I never get to see you on CT's channel, and I imagined you to look a little different, but you're really pretty, like, and you're very outgoing. Like I never met you before, so
Oh, thank you.
I didn't imagine you to have this personality, like. Because
Oh,
CT be
really?
talking shit like, oh yeah, she just be getting high. You know how CT, well, not just CT, the chat. The chat don't like nobody. But
CT and I have
you,
been knowing each other for a very long time, so he has all types of jokes.
oh, okay. Yeah, he described you as some high Jamaican that don't even, like, but you doing a really good job at moderating. Man, damn,
Ross girl
I
is
love
not
doing this.
Jamaican, right? Are you
No, he
saying Lucia?
described her as like a Rise girl. He described her as some Jamaican that gets high on camera. He said this
Oh,
before.
because of the name?
Yeah,
Oh,
and he
like
said, yeah,
Rasta.
yeah, and she gets high. He said she gets high on camera and something he said.
I don't
He
know.
just be
He acts
he be
like
throwing
Luke's
out
so
stuff.
bad. He's like stuck in the
He
1980s.
acts like I'm just so terrible.
He really like acts like it's the gateway drug, and he's funny.
Yeah, I always have
No,
to correct people though. My family isn't from. I'm not from Jamaica. I am from Saint Lucia. So yeah, that's that.
it's kind of the
And
same
that's
to us. You're
and
West
that's
Indies.
East.
West
We would say East Indies as opposed to West Indies, but
got you.
Say Lucia's bougie. Stop it.
Barbados though,
Our don't call her
Barbados.
Jamaican ever.
Barbados. Yes, 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 yes.
But your parents teach you that you're better than black.
She is.
No,
Just kidding.
Yes, they do, and that's why
She's
you're
better than
lying.
all of us. She's
born
from
here
St.
though, so
Lucia.
no,
It's a
I know, but your
island.
parents ain't
Hello.
never told you that you're better than black.
no.
Mine's
Better
do,
than
and I'm
everybody
not
else.
West Indian.
Mm-mm. No,
That's
no,
an
no, no,
exclusive
no.
island.
What?
That
If you're from
That's
an
so
exclusive
good.
island, you probably are better than everybody else, maybe, right?
Why did your parents tell you that, Art?
Well, they instilled that into me that I'm better than black because black was just a monolithic thought. It's not a
Okay.
real thing. So don't act black. You're better than black. My
Mm.
dad, my dad used to always his favorite word was nigga, and so he was like,
You
"Man, you act
can't
like
say that on this platform. I'm so sorry.
I can't. Don't
Yeah,
drop me off.
we don't
I
use
said black.
racial
I said black.
epithets over here,
I
but
said
you
black.
know.
Okay, I said I'm better than black. Sorry about that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, he used to tell me I'm better than black because I don't have to think black, I don't have to act black, I don't have to look black, I don't have to hang with blacks. I'm
You're
better than
from
black.
where? Sorry, I missed the art. Where are you from?
Long Beach, California,
Okay, so you are like a
Los
American. Like you
Angeles.
don't have
No,
like
no, my
birth.
grandparents were
What do
born
you call
at
it?
the deepest I can go is Topeka, Kansas, and that's
Okay, but
like
I mean, it's not like your parents came here from another place.
no, no, they're from LA.
Okay,
They were
so
both
why
born
does
here.
he? So he says you're not black, even though
I'm
you're
better than
American
black.
black.
Yeah, I'm not black. I'm not. No, I'm not none of that. I'm not none of that. I wasn't
Interesting.
raised to be none of that. I wasn't raised to be a skin color.
Well, yeah, but
uh,
I mean that doesn't mean you have to put down like what. Just why would you just say? I don't know. Never mind. I'm not judging your parents. I mean, you seem open
I
minded,
think
but
I can understand that understanding. My parents just always instilled like just be the best you can be excellent and be better than what they expect of you to be. So yep.
but did they beat you down with the black stuff? Like black, like you, I'm black and I'm proud. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, like how these people act today. Because when CT says things like he never heard of this black and white war or the light skin dark skin war, I kind of agree with that. Like I could say I never experienced racism in my life.
So
I didn't even go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't want to cut you off. Keep going.
No, no, go ahead. It's a
So
conversation.
I grew up in Texas, Houston, Texas, actually. So definitely in
That could be.
Texas there was a lot of colorism. And when I graduated high school, I actually went to California to go to college, and I went to a small town called Porterville College. Porterville College. It was like out there by like Delano and
Uh,
all this
is it
stuff
north? Like
by
wine
no,
Selma.
that's Central California where all the prisons is at.
Yeah, it was like Kern County, and when I got there, this
Yeah,
lady told me I was a
that's
beautiful
where all the prisons.
colored girl, and a lot of people acted that. And this was like in 2000, so that
Well, that's where all the
was
prisons is at. That's a whole
So it's
different
in
type of
not by the coast and
Central.
not
It's
by
in
the wineries.
No, it's in
no, that was
Central
my
California.
first time experiencing
Oh, by
that.
Sacramento.
But
No,
my
Sacramento.
mother is very dark skinned. You just always heard a certain where I grew up. You always heard certain things about color. Dudes would always be like, oh, they dating the light skinned girl. They want the red bone chick before the brown chick all the time. Like so, colorism was very prevalent while I was growing up.
That's crazy. We never had that here. No, I'm like people call by their
And my
nationality,
parents were
kind of, but not the
and
skin
my
color
parents
ever.
did preach black excellence and pro black and all of that stuff. We had all figurines
Well,
of
see, as a kid,
black
okay, sorry,
things.
sorry.
We had all figurines of black things. So a black Jesus, a black Santa Claus, a black everything. Like everything was black.
But see, as a young black kid, I used to get like called stuff because I have like blonde hair somewhere or green eyes or
Mm-hmm.
light skin. They would say that to me, but I never really like. I would go home and tell my dad, and he would say the shit that I just told you, like, "You not black, you're not none of that." Like,
Well,
What
that's
would they
so
good. He
say
wants
though?
you to see past
you know
color.
what the best thing you know
Was
what the
it
best thing he ever told me when I was a kid? I was like 10 years old. And I was like, man, I kind of wanted to fit in. Now I say 10 to 15. 10 to 6. You know them areas when you want to fit in? And he told me something somewhere in there. He said, don't spend the rest of your life trying to fit in with people who will never accept you. And when he said that, I didn't understand what he meant. But it's like, stop trying to be too black for this side, too white for this side. Just be you.
Well, hold on.
Mm.
Wait. He didn't
And
say race, though. You just took it like that.
exactly.
Because
He
that
said,
can be
don't
a
spend the
broader
rest of your
spectrum.
life trying to fit in with people who never. And I just realized, if you say I'm not black, I'm not that then. And that's why when I come on the internet and some people be like, man, you're not black. Yeah, I don't even chase it. I don't chase
So,
being black.
Art, can I ask
Are
you a
you
question?
biracial though, Art? Are you biracial?
Um,
Can you guys not hear me?
I think it's yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, no.
But I'm gonna
Okay.
ask
I
you a
just didn't
question.
know if I
I'm
was
not
like,
biracial, definitely not. I'm something racial though, probably.
you look Polynesian kind of to me. But I
Now,
was
what
just
was
gonna say, when they commented on your eyes or whatever, did they attribute like that and then comparable to race, or did they just say, "Wow, you have pretty eyes," or like you have
both,
light eyes or something like that?
both, both,
Oh,
Okay.
so
both.
basically you had people. So you were like different because of your features that you have.
No, I wouldn't say different.
I was just
I
wondering if
just,
people are going out of their way to tell you, "Oh, you have light eyes, you're not black," or if
of
you
course,
just
yes,
when they
yes,
said
yeah,
you have light.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you just made
Because
that
I got two
jump.
kids. Both my boys got green eyes, so people go out their way and be like, "Man, your son got." But I was raised
But
with
do
a
they
dark
say
skin.
he's not black, or do they say he has pretty eyes? That's
That's a
very
newer
different.
thing. Yeah, that's a
Because you,
newer.
if they say he has light eyes, you can't assume that means they're saying he's
People,
not
light
black.
skinned people wanting to be black is a newer thing. I would
No,
say.
I don't think you understand what I'm asking.
Light
Because
I
skinned
don't.
wanting to be black. What? Like
you're
ain't light
saying
skinned people black?
what you're saying. I'm just confused if you're just assuming they mean, oh, well, then they must not think that I'm black, or if they're actually saying that. Because I'm going to be very surprised if somebody said to your kids, "Oh, wow, to you, the proud father, they have light eyes, they're not black." I doubt that.
You have light
You're
eyes.
assuming that about.
Wait. How
No,
was the conversation?
basically Blue Jay, what he's saying is because he has green eyes or because his children have green eyes, people might assume that he's biracial or not black because most black you don't necessarily see black people with that type of hue of eye of
But
that
that
color
wouldn't
eye.
matter. That wouldn't
But I
matter
asked
to
them if
me
they say it's because, and then they
if
say,
they
"Oh, you're
thought
not
I
black."
was
He said,
black
"Oh,
or
of
not.
course." So he's
If they
saying
thought
they're
I,
actually coming out and saying that means he's not black. And I said, I could see that to him as a little kid. I do not see that happening to his children, other adults telling Art as a grown man that his children are not black. I don't believe him. That's definitely not true. I could see someone being a little kid saying, "You're not even black. You're not very nice." Yeah, but like you got to be honest. I was just wondering if you're just assuming that is what they're thinking, or if
no.
they just
I'm
like
telling
your
you that's
eyes.
true. I'm telling you that's true. I never said that about my kids. I never said that. But I'm saying I think that happened in our generation where, or somewhere around now, this generation is talking about this light skin, dark skin thing. Maybe and CT said some real shit when he said when he stabbed him in his hand and said, "I never liked you anyway, you light skinned motherfucker." Maybe maybe that happened in the early '90s and it's manifesting itself now
Well,
because
I
I
thought
never.
you guys don't really have that in California. It's like more like here, like Utah. I don't. I mean, the
Okay,
people I know
yeah,
from California,
Maybe
they're
it's
not all
regional.
caught up on
Maybe
race
it
at
could be
all.
just regional.
you have no idea how racist California is. You have no idea.
Well, I guess just the people that I know from California
We self
had different
segregate.
experience. Like one of my friends from Stockton, and I think it's
Well, I wouldn't say
mostly
racist. I
black.
wouldn't say racist. I would say segregated. I'll say segregated. I wouldn't say racist. We self segregate out here.
But I mean, just how much you talk about skin color. Like, I guess I just don't. The
I
people
talk
that I
about
know from
skin.
California, like that are black, they don't really seem. But maybe it's just because we don't have
I
that
talk about skin
subject that
color
we're
a lot.
talking about. Well, yeah,
Wise
you
girl.
keep saying light skin, and yeah,
Mm-mm.
you keep saying stuff like
I
that.
talk about skin color a lot, or was I was trying to explain something?
No, not on
You
here.
do on CT show too. Yeah, you do. It's fine. I mean, that's your right. I'm just saying, I've observed
I
that.
talk about skin color a lot. No, or people talk about my skin color, and I just say I don't even care to confine to that. I talk about it. Okay. All right. I get it. I don't give a
Oh
shit
well,
about
you
that.
guys, I am approaching that 2 hour and 30 minute mark, and that is my cutoff time. So I definitely
Hey, this was
appreciate.
fun, man. This was fun.
Yeah, come back and join us next Saturday. And I'm on do you go to John Golf's channel? I'm actually on that too with him, the urban landlord. So we do street interviews here in DC.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen
Yeah.
one of those yet. I
Yeah, I
do
tried.
remember.
That shit is kind of stressful. Yeah, I don't like to. I don't
Sometimes
like
you
to get
just can't
involved. That's a
hear
different.
them.
Yeah,
Like their
no,
mic,
that's just
they're
a
not
different
focused on
world that
mine.
I don't. I don't know nothing about that world, and I have nothing to contribute. Like
Yeah.
I watch that shit. It's like watching Animal Planet. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So that's not
No,
my
I love
world. So I will watch it, but yeah.
no,
And
but
what
I'll
days
be
you
Yeah,
do that?
I'll watch for it.
on Mondays.
Okay. In the just in
Yeah.
the daytime
But it's
or the
on his
afternoon.
channel that I'm the urban landlord. So I might sign what is it, Simulcast or some stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
You
Simulcast.
know.
that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
definitely here to support you, man. This was fun, man. I swear to God, it
Oh
was
yeah.
fun.
Thank you. I loved your input
Yeah, it's
tonight. So come
interesting.
back
And
next Saturday. And you and Blue Jay were just going at it.
I know.
I
I'm sorry,
know
Blue
we
Jay.
were like
Blue Jay,
best
you got
friend,
to
like
stop doing
brother
that.
and
You got to
sister in a
stop doing that
different
to me.
life or something. It's like
So Art, do you
where
have any last words that you would like to say?
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me. Thank your audience for um letting me speak and listening to me or whatever. Thank you, Blue Jay, for your opposite input every time I come on. And then when it comes to Rise Girl, man, I never knew you was this talented, man. You're really good. You're
Oh,
really good
thank
at
you.
this.
Thank you. I
You're like a
appreciate that.
superstar, man. You need to do this more often. You're really a star at this, man.
Oh,
And
thank you. I'm trying.
oh, Art, before
yeah,
you go, um, remember the last time we were on a stream together? You promised that you were still gonna call me like you know, the next time you saw me, you're gonna call me a white bitch. Are you gonna
I
do
was
that one,
gonna
right?
what?
I'm
I
just
was gonna
playing.
what?
I know you won't do it. That's why. Remember you said you were gonna call me a white bee, but I think we're past that.
YB?
A white bee, like you've
Oh
called me
no,
a
no,
few
yeah,
times
no,
in the
we're
past.
past that. We're
Okay,
past that. We're
cool.
past
Okay, I thought so.
that. But I can if it makes you feel
No,
better.
I just
Anyway,
wanted to
all
like call you out,
right.
and I wanted to hear you. I wanted everybody to hear you say we're past that. Okay, you said it.
We're
It's
past
on
that.
film. Yeah, so we're
But if
past
it makes
that.
you feel better, I would.
I know
Anyway,
you would
all
never
right, all right,
disrespect Roz
Rise
like
Girl.
that, nor should
Good
you.
night.
So, okay, Rise Girl, thank you so much. I'll watch for your show Monday too. That sounds fun. And then, yeah, I'll definitely be around whenever you do these live streams. Sorry if I made Lionel go away.
Oh no, you're fine. Thank you for your input. I'll be here on Saturday. You
Okay, cool. Yeah, your shows are fun. Did you
have
put on your IG? Because um, it's probably not
I
coming up in people's algorithms quite yet because you haven't done enough shows, in a row now to like alert people.
yeah.
So you got to find
Mm.
a way to get people notified.
Yeah, you're right, and I definitely forgot to put it on my IG tonight. Dang.
Ah, okay, cool. I was lucky I found it, but yeah. All right, sounds good. We'll have a good rest of your night. What time is it for
I
you?
will.
Oh, that's
Thank
late. Yeah.
you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, well, you guys, it's been a wonderful night. I can see that my lipstick has left, and I'm looking a little sleepy. Been here for a while. So I want to thank Art and Blue Jay, and also thank Spirit Oliver as well as Lionel Suggs for joining the show and joining the platform tonight. Your input was greatly appreciated. I will be here next Saturday. Of course, I can't do anything because I'm still in a cast. So this is going on my 4th week in a cast. I'm supposed to be in it for 6 weeks now. Actually, you guys, I actually took a bath today. I took a bath today, like a real bath. Like I had surgery on April the 23rd, and I have not been able to get my body wet because I wasn't supposed to get my leg wet. But I had this contraption that can go over my leg, and I'm feeling a little bit better now where I'm not in as much pain. And I was able to take a bath today. So woo, so y'all know I'm on my. And not to say that I haven't been taking baths. Of course, I've been, bed bathing prior to that. But getting in the bathtub felt so good. My God. You are so right, Blue Jay. It definitely makes you appreciate the little things. I had the shower thing like, oh, God, water, water. Feels so much different than the shower, like the what is it? You know, the hospital stuff they give you, the no rinse soap and stuff. Oh my God. I mean, it gets you clean and everything, but ain't nothing like some water. Some water just hitting all over your body. Ugh. Okay, what you guys talking about? Lionel, I do sometimes just been busy with my son's graduation. And Lionel says to you, Blue Jay, mm-hmm. Even soaking my foot in hot water sometimes it's like heaven. I did that too. So I was taking baths, right? And during the bed bath time, I was taking baths and I had a bucket and I would stick my foot, my right foot, my left foot, because my right foot is in a cast all the way up to my knee. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah. It's all the way up there. So I would stick I would stick my left foot in the bucket. And that was like, oh God. Yeah, I did that too. And wish around the towel, put it all over your body. So I'm just sitting like a sitting duck. So I have about, like I said, this is my 4th week, got 2 more weeks in this, and then I'll get into a boot and then I'll start therapy. So I'm hoping that the therapy goes well, but if anything, I'm really worried about the workout, like the getting back into shape, getting back running and stuff. I love to run. I love to jump rope. I love to rollerblade. So I'm having a little apprehension by all of that. I'm just a little afraid by all of that. Yeah, Blue Jay, I got to pick my cast out. They were like, oh, what kind of cast you want? So I picked that. Yeah, it will feel good, but I'm just, you have to get your mind back, program your mind back to that rehabilitation thing. Like, I can do this, I can get over this. And I'm hoping I'm sure I can get over it, but it's definitely going to be a lot of anxiety. So, you know. What are you guys saying? Lana says Blue Jay always say she busy, but everyone telling me she on CT panel talking to everyone but me. I love it. Roz don't give her a pass. And it says reminds me of a trapper keeper pattern for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Could be that. A trapper keeper pattern. You guys are hilarious. But thank you once again for joining tonight. Thank you for supporting me. I truly appreciate it. We all have something to work on. And like I said, mine is consistency. So I plan on being here next Saturday. If God says the same, if I'm not in pain and all that good stuff. If you guys have any ideas for any discussions that you want to talk about, you always can send it to me through YouTube or on IG or at my email. So thank y'all tonight. It's been fun. I enjoyed the time and I hope to see you guys next Saturday. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell everybody that I'm back in town. Good night, y'all.